Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back, and today we're going to be looking at a new mod release. It's the Boom, the Yarder. So, I had a huge request from a lot of people asking for me to create a form of a yarder, and this is kind of the closest I could really bring it together, but it turned out pretty good, and it works absolutely fantastic. So this is based off of the old Medill can speak English, the old Medill body. We've created a brand called the Yarder Pro, which is this guy here. We've added the old crane arm on it, as well as the winch script, which is attached to the top of the pole there for doing it. So this guy doesn't have a stick or anything, so the main movement you have is the boom, so you can drop the boom all the way straight down, all the way straight up. It just goes 90 degrees up and down. You can't go below the cab or anything like that. And you have your regular rotation left and right. So we're going to fire this bad boy up. We're going to turn on our winch. So it's already got the winch rocking at the top, ready to go. So I've kind of just roughly fallen some stuff here just for practice, just to kind of get things going. So the one thing that's great about this winch system, again, the winch system is made by 50Kata Modding. It's not an FDR logging creation. That is all made by 50Kata. He has some amazing stuff that he's created, and we've been really abusing this winch system on our equipment. So if you haven't checked out 50Kata Modding, go check it out on Facebook. He has a Facebook page there. And give the guy some support, because without him, we wouldn't have anything that does what this thing does. So let's just do a quick example here. So with this particular type of winch, you're able to remotely use it. So for instance, if I hook something onto it right now by hitting the B key, if I hit Z, it will start drawing the line in, which is nice because if you're down on site and you want to connect and disconnect stuff, you don't have to go all the way back up to the top of the cab. You can kind of arrange your pieces down here if you want, which is nice. So what I usually do is I'll cinch them up as close as I can get them without that one running away, hopefully. So now that I actually do have them hooked, then I'll tab back to my machine and use my controls to pull it up here. So I'm just hammering Z, or I have it set to a button on mine. So you can see it's kind of coming up. So the higher you raise this, actually I'll switch to this view. So there's another view here if you really want to do it that way, you can. So the higher you raise this, the higher up the logs will climb. It's just like a fishing pole, right? So as we bring them in, now it's your call what you want to do. So some guys, depending on their setup, will just want to bring them to this point and then skid them up. Some guys will want to bring them up as close to the boom as possible, and then you can, you know, swing them to whichever direction you want. So actually I like doing this from first person. So we do have a tree right next to us, so we got to be a little bit careful here. See if I can just kind of fish them in here. So you're able to, it gives you lots of control for these guys, and then just Shift B drops them on the ground. Then I just raise my tower back up, do a rotation. Normally you'd be doing this on like a flatter spot. I just kind of dug out a crappy area here so we could at least demonstrate the idea. So we're going to go down to the very bottom here and just grab a couple. So now, again, this machine is a lot heavier than the other machines, but it still does have a weight limit. So if you put like, you know, 500 trees on the end and expect it to pull it up the hill, probably ain't going to happen. It'll probably be a bit slippery there. So let's pull this. Actually, as you start to pull from way down here, you can sometimes see the towers kind of jiggles about there because it's quite a bit of torque. So I was kind of hoping that one would slide. We'll try to pull this one up here. I just want to get two at a time here. That's good for now. You can do more, and if you go through with a buncher, you'll definitely have a better result. You can even hook them across if you really want to try to do long lining, but it's pretty ugly. The distance on this thing is 1,000, whatever the unit is, 1,000 meters, 1,000 miles. I have no idea what it is. But you should be able to easily connect up with stuff as far as, you know, the bottom of the block. As you can see, I can hook to this stuff. You could probably even go further. I don't know how far 1,000 is, but it's a long, long ways. So it just gives you a long kind of view to pull it up. So from here, I can't really see much, so I would switch to this view. This is a much easier view to kind of see what you're doing. And as you can see, when I kick it, you can watch the machine starts to kind of jump around a little bit just because it's a lot of weight at a long distance. So you got to think in terms of physics, right? If you're pulling up these trees from further away, you got more leverage point, you're higher up. It's basic physics right there. So we're just kind of torquing it up there, pulling the load up. Again, you can use this thing just like a fishing lure and pull stuff up. It's pretty fun. And I usually bring it over here. And, you know, I'm just going to stack them here. I don't really have a plan to what I want to do. But yeah, as you guys can see, like I said, I have so much fun playing with this thing. You may have seen this thing start to get introduced into the series already. I was planning on using it on Rogue River. I'm recording this video before I'll probably be using it, but it's that was the plan originally. So let's see here. I'll pull these guys up. And again, it has a lot of torque and it can pull a lot of logs, but you still got to, you know, maintain the fact that the weight is always a factor at longer distances. So and then this should drop it all in a pile. So yeah, anyway, there's not really much else I got to show you on this guy because that's pretty much its main role is to just whip trees up the hill. So yeah, this guy, if you're watching this video now, is available for download. You can head over to fdrlogging.com, pick up a copy of that, and test it out. Hopefully you guys will like it. If you guys have any problems or concerns or anything like that, you know, feel free to leave a comment below. And yeah, best of luck, happy logging. Let me know how it goes. Have fun, guys.